For too long, gamers' minds have been plagued by one unanswerable question. Who is the worst developer in the world?
Joe, for me personally, was like my major final beacon of hope with 343 because it goes without saying
right? The roadmap, you could call it an update, you could call it a roadmap,
when I saw an
announcement,
I call it apples and
How could they let their flag
10 3 or 3
for Halo. This is and it's on the
Developer is 343 Industries.
If I can describe 343 Industries in a single word, it would be embarrassing. Time and time and time and time again, 343 has upset old and new fans too with their decision making. The Halo 5 campaign was terrible, the art style looks ugly, they removed a lot of good weapons from the original games, like what? The plasma rifle? Hello? The rec system in Halo 5, Spartan Lock. In fact, you know what? I can name 343 reasons why this company sucks. So you know what? That's exactly what I did. I listed 343 reasons why 343 Industries is a terrible company. This is going to be the longest and most research-intensive video I have done. In fact, it's the only research-intensive video I've done. I don't like begging for likes, but this one is an exception. So a like and subscribe would be very much appreciated. It'll also really help the algorithm and get my video to more people. I really want more people to see this kind of video, especially with the amount of effort that I put into it. But yes, I did in fact list 343 reasons, and more actually, reasons why 343 Industries sucks. My list will be in alphabetical order, with the topic of the point being alphabetized. For instance, a few spoilers for the video. Adding the Helios Skrill armor for everyone to purchase to the rec packs. Helios Skrill is the topic, so it will be in the H section. No playable elites. Playable elites is the topic. It will be in the P section. You get the idea. And with every topic, if I personally didn't find the topic on my own, I will leave credit at the bottom to whoever I found it. I mean, come on. I'm listing 343 things here. Can't find every single one on my own. Although for about 50% of these, I did within like 20 minutes. And to all those people who are already typing in the comments that
you're just a Bungie fanboy blinded by nostalgia. 343 is doing great with Halo. They're fixing it. You need to give them time. Stop puffing hopium and deal with it.
And to them, I say, yeah, I am a Bungie fanboy. Because I genuinely see Halo as my brother. I was born the same year as Halo Combat Evolved. Halo 2 was my first video game that I ever played, and it remains to this day the best game I've ever played, next to Skyrim and Sly 2 Band of Thieves. Yeah, anyone remember that? I grew up with Halo. I love Halo. Halo has become part of my very being, and a part of my soul, like an extension of myself. And when I die, I want the Halo soundtrack to play at my funeral. Seriously. I took every one of my friends through all the Bungie Halo games, and they all loved it. Especially Halo 3, when all of us could play in the campaign at the same time. It was so much fun. My favorite memories as a child were playing custom games with my family, split-screen campaign with my dad and my brother. I didn't know what was going on in the story, but I had so much fun when I played. And playing multiplayer was such a blast. watching my gameplay in theater to see anything that I could capture and share with my family, making my own maps in Forge that no one would play but me. Pretty sad now that I think about it. Now, to watch Halo fall to modern gaming was honestly very disappointing to experience. Something I saw as a best friend, something that millions around the world loved dearly, experiences that my children will never have. That's very depressing to me. If you can't see what I'm talking about, imagine your favorite franchise fall to corporate greed and lose its identity for the sake of change and the company. That would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? Halo appealed to everyone, no matter what you were into. That's what made it so special. Do you remember the videos that would have dudes singing the Halo theme in the bathrooms? Do you remember the first time you played the final mission of Halo 3 with the music blasting and the utter chaotic fun that took place? Do you remember the countless machinimas that content creators like Rooster Teeth would pump out? Oh wait. Do you remember the midnight release of Halo 3? Well, I don't, because I was like 7. Halo was the king of community. Halo had an identity and a massive positive influence on the younger audience back then, and now, nothing. Even if you think 343 Industries is still a good company, at the end of this video, you will understand what I'm talking about and why I'm so angry with this company. 343 has made so many unforgivable and downright lazy decisions over the past decade, and I have had it. I am done being optimistic. I am done with giving them a second chance. I am done with the hopium. I am done with waiting for them to fix it later. They deserve this, because to the general public and gamers everywhere, you are a joke. To the shareholders and those that invest in your company, you are unreliable. And the way Microsoft sees you, you are single-handedly embarrassing their company. You are the wheels on the largest float in the parade, and you are deflating fast. All your fans are abandoning you, losing hope in your company and in your franchise. Even the investors are losing stock because of your failures. It's as if you are intentionally digging a hole for yourself to fall into and be buried alive. You are in charge of the biggest Xbox IP and quite possibly the biggest video game IP in history, and you are fucking it up. But you might also say,
if you're so angry, then why don't you try making a live service game?
Think of it this way. I, as well as all of you, are the customer. We are the people that 343 wants money from. And if they put out a product that is objectively bad, I have a right to be angry and demand a better product. Nearly every game has playtesters, stress testers, and supervisors that look at a game and determine if it is ready or not. This was not ready for release. Even after the year-long delay, this situation has happened with several other recent games too, like Suicide Squad, Skull and Bones, Star Wars Battlefront 2 Classic Collection, Redfall, Forspoken, Golem, Battlefield 2042, and so many more games. All these modern games release half-baked and money-hungry that it just pushes me away from what could very be a genuinely good game. Have some more self-respect and demand better games from our favorite video game companies. However, the people that don't deserve most of this criticism is the employees themselves. Most of them. The ones on the front lines creating the game itself, unfortunately, these people are taking a lot of the blame when it's really just the company itself. The managers, the real decision makers. To the legitimate employees, I am sorry. I'm not angry at you. I'm angry at your bosses. I know you're just doing your job. And hey, I'm not one to avoid criticism about myself, unlike most people. I can admit when I'm wrong, so if you find something you disagree with, or I'm just straight up wrong about, you're welcome to debate it in the comments. I don't think that's a good idea, considering it's the internet, but go right ahead. Anyway, I'm going on a rant. This is about the 343 ways 343 screwed up. So without any further delay, let's begin. Oh boy. Starting with number 1, it's not a great start. Coincidentally, my very first topic is the very first thing that 343 Industries tried to do, which was recreate the Master Chief, and it looked horrible. Specifically, his helmet. It looks disgusting. It looks terrible. It looks like he's wearing a green garbage can on his head. Thankfully, they did solve this issue. They made him look better when the official game released, but this was their first screw up, so I'm adding it anyway. This was your first attempt at showing your audience what you can do with the Master Chief, and this is what you give us? Also, wait a minute, this is Halo Reach gameplay, not Halo Combat Evolved. And did Master Chief just fucking die right here? Following up with number 2 is also about the Combat Evolved Anniversary Edition graphics. For the most part, it actually looks great. I actually like the anniversary graphics a lot, unlike other people. A lot of places are improved, the lighting is fantastic, and the places like the UNSC Pillar of Autumn look awesome. My only problem with the graphics is in the mission 343 Guilty Spark. It starts with a beautiful looking area. I actually really like it. It's very gloomy, but also a bit too gloomy. But the biggest problem here is with the introductory to the Flood. Like, you can clearly see that that's a combat form out in the distance with the anniversary graphics, but in the classic graphics, you can barely see it. It kind of ruins the whole surprise when you're playing it for the first time on these graphics. Specifically, when you get inside the Forerunner facility, does it go from bad to worse? Like here, in the classic graphics, you can clearly see that there's plenty of green, mysterious blood dripping from the ceiling. Your eyes are drawn to it. You're wondering, what the heck is this? What the Covenant were bleeding blue, not green? What is this? But then you turn on the anniversary graphics and you can barely see it. Number 3, and we're jumping all the way to Halo Infinite, but this one, it's about Atriox. They killed him off screen. Why? He was the most badass brute in the Covenant, or in his case, the Banished. He was so awesome. He beat the shit out of Red Team and beat the fuck out of Master Chief and nearly killed him. And then they just kill him off screen? Are you kidding me? I wanted more of him. I wanted more Atriox. I wanted to fight him. I wanted to kill him. His voice was so threatening and badass.
Get everyone you can on that ring. Take it from the humans. Prove you are still worth your price.
I wanted more of that villain and not what we got in Halo Infinite, which I'll talk about when we get there. Number 4 is everyone's favorite Sangheili, the Arbiter, who is the most unutilized fan favorite character I have ever seen in any media ever. Not only is he just a fan favorite character, he is a very significant character in the Master Chief story. He helps Master Chief throughout all of Halo 3. He is the reason why the elites sided with the UNSC to fight back. He discovered the truth and turned his back on the Covenant. The voice actor for the Arbiter, Keith David himself, even hinted at coming back as Arbiter in Halo Infinite, but he didn't. I don't care how it's done, just bring him back, please. Number 5 is the Halo 5 armor customization. We all know that Halo Reach's armor customization is far superior than whatever this crap is. Thank the prophets it was improved upon in Halo Infinite. Mostly. Speaking of which, we get to number 6, which is the armor customization in Halo Infinite. Specifically, this flat-out lie in the Halo Infinite promotional material.
If you can unlock something in the Battle Pass, we're not going to let any other players circumvent that by purchasing it out of the storefront.
So, you know, that was a fucking lie. This was also a lie.
A lot of our stuff is unlocked through playing the game and only through playing the game.
Number 8, aiming down sights is useless on most weapons. I never use it. They just try to be like every other shooter and involve ADSing. It's stupid. The amount of ammo it takes to destroy enemies in Halo 4 campaign is ridiculous. Did you even test it?
On Heroic and Legendary, nearly every single encounter will deplete the ammo of at least one of your weapons.
Number 10, there is no armor that you can earn through actual gameplay except for the Achilles armor in Halo 5, which at that point you need a massive community for. And the Healer Scroll doesn't count anymore. Number 11, the nail polish armor coating. Seriously? Number 12 is there was no genuine apology from any 343 developers. This post does not count. Frank O'Connor was going on a rant more than anything. At one point, Halo Infinite just straight up deleted an armor core for whatever reason.
It looks like 343 has basically effectively deleted a bunch of stuff off the Rakshasa armor core.
Now we're getting to the big one of them at least, the art style. Oh boy. Let's get this over with. This is gonna be a really big video. Elites are ugly, Forerunners are ugly, Grunts are ugly, Master Chief looks stupid, Jackals actually look pretty good.
My job is to bring all the content and updates and plan those things out for players so that we can keep Halo Infinite feeling alive.
Number 19 is the stupid Ecologs in Halo 5. I never listened to any of them, although maybe I should have, because this one's actually pretty funny.
I hope he goes squish when it happens, or maybe pop pop.
They added Chief and Arbiter in Brawlhalla. This is the first of a few ridiculous crossovers that we'll see. Broader audience was a stupid term made by Bonnie Ross, and I hate it. Halo Infinite nearly cost $500 million to make, and for what? There is no brute shot in Halo Infinite. You know, the most recognizable weapon of the brutes? Hello? There are also no brutes at all in Halo 4 and 5. Although, let's be honest, if they were in Halo 4 and 5, they would have gotten the 343 treatment with the art style. So glad they brought him back in Halo Wars 2. 25 is this fucking behemoth of a boss on Legendary on Halo Infinite. Not even the final boss, not even that endless chick. This fucking brute chieftain was the bane of my existence on Legendary. 26 is the map designs in Halo Infinite. I didn't like it at all, especially the big team battle maps where, you know, vehicle combat is emphasized, or at least supposed to be emphasized. This map in particular was just a terrible example of what a vehicle specific kind of level can be. It's just terrible. There are so many goddamn linear paths. You're better off just going on foot.
Your mission is to insert behind enemy lines, retrieve Halsey, and bring her back to infinity.
I feel bad for Master Chief in Halo 5 because his team, Blue Team, is the most stupid, brain-dead, idiotic team that I have ever seen. Kelly does nothing, Fred just says a couple one-liners that mean nothing, and Linda is just there. When Halo Infinite released, you had to do very specific and annoying challenges to progress in the battle pass. You couldn't just play the game to earn XP. No, you had to play oddball. You had to kill players with the skewer. You had to get grenade kills. You had to be the top player on the team. It was awful because I didn't want to play oddball, so I couldn't progress in the battle pass the way I wanted to. They convinced me to buy the Season 2 battle pass. To this day, I have only progressed about 2 tiers in the Season 2 battle pass, and I regret it. I want my money back. Also, I just hate battle passes. The Season 1 battle pass was a neat concept with Halo Reach armor, but you made us pay for it, so fuck you. This guy, Brian Reed, the writer for Halo 5. I hate him. Bonnie Ross lied about split-screen co-op. The very first thing that 343 announced about Halo 6, we didn't even know it was called Halo Infinite. We knew it was just Halo 6. And the first thing we knew was that it was going to have split screen, and it doesn't have split screen. Big Team Battle was a very big disappointment for me. The amount of vehicles that were in Big Team Battle, and frankly is still lacking in Big Team Battle, sucks. It really sucks. On top of that, Big Team Battle was straight up broken for several weeks after launch. And Halo 5 didn't ship with Big Team Battle at launch either. Boosters and swap packs are fucking useless. I don't use them, ever. Number 39, the Commando. Wait, no, not that Commando. This Commando, the Commando rifle. It's a decent weapon. My only problem is that it's not bullpup like every other UNSC weapon. Custom games remain broken to this day, as far as I know. They brought back Cortana in Halo 5. Where do I begin? Okay. It was a good story in Halo 4 with Master Chief and Cortana. I liked it, and I liked her send-off. It was a beautiful ending. But why do they have to bring her back? It was this stupid excuse with like the domain or something, which I still have no goddamn idea what it is. And then she comes back and suddenly she's evil and wants to take over the galaxy? Like, huh? Huh? And is it just me, or does Master Chief talk way too much in Halo 4 and Halo 5? Also, the very first conversation that you have with Cortana is through a fucking radio?
Oh my... I can't believe you're here.
Where are we?
You're on a Forerunner world. Designation Genesis. Enough standing around. Let me get the bridge for you. The warden will be back soon.
Number 42, they canceled campaign DLC. They ended Halo Infinite on such a cliffhanger, sort of, and then they just canceled DLC. They even had a name for the DLC titled The Endless or something like that, as far as I remember, and now it's just gone.
I mean, I'll be honest, we have nothing to announce today regarding any campaign content for Infinite. I'll even go a step further and tell you right now there's nothing in active development on that front. You know, we made the decision, it was just over a year ago, to really double down on improving the multiplayer product, going after the key sort of sentiment issues and feedback items from the community, and that's really what's, I think, part of when we look back at how has the team been able to kind of hit this seasonality and become more consistent and really start to check all these boxes. I think really laser focusing in on that has helped as well, because if you think about surface area of the entire Halo product, it's pretty immense. One of the things we even did, geez, I'm probably going to mess this up. I don't remember if it was season 4 or season 5, but we officially kind of finally decoupled campaign from multiplayer, and that was a huge deal.
There you go. From the man himself, campaign DLC's not happening. Remember when I said split screen campaign was gutted? Actually, it's not. It's completely playable through a glitch in Halo Infinite. Totally playable. You can do it yourself right now, and it's near 100% functional. So not only did they lie about split screen, they lied about lying about split screen. I heard from somewhere that it took a very, very, very long time to get 80% finished with the split screen, but at that point, you were 80%. Don't be a bunch of lazy fucks and finish it. On top of the horrible graphics that Halo Infinite had, we had this guy. Does anyone remember the Halo Infinite gaming chair? I actually really liked it. I wanted to buy it and I was like, oh my god! A Halo MCC championship was cancelled because of the connectivity issues. That's it. That's pretty sad. One of 343's biggest mistakes on the inside was hiring contractors for Halo Infinite. They work several months at a time and then are immediately replaced by another contractor who has no idea what the fuck they're doing and has to relearn everything all over again, and then the cycle repeats. And this is one of the reasons why Halo Infinite was such a crappy game at launch. This quote was never explained until the comic books, I believe, with Jul Mdama.
I thought we had a truce with the Covenant.
A lot can happen in 4 years.
Better to come in the sink than to sink in the cum.
What the fuck? That's not in my fucking script. From what I've heard, about 2/3 of the entirety of Halo Infinite's campaign were cut when the game was in development. It's even more obvious when you consider that this starting cutscene was most likely supposed to be the very first mission of Halo Infinite. Number 55. The original countdown sound was removed and replaced with this disgusting sounding one. There was no cross-core customization for over a year after Halo Infinite's launch. I don't care that they're slowly doing it over time, they should have done it from day one. 343 removed the precious carbine and replaced it with the literal worst weapon in all of Halo. Why is Cortana not sexy anymore? Preferred her with big honkers. At the time of recording this video, there are 9 goddamn cores in Halo Infinite. That's 9 times they get to sell you the color blue. You're telling me that bots had cross-core customization at day 1, but we didn't? What the fuck? At least they can do this now. You fuckers bought so many goddamn cat ears that Microsoft bought Activision Blizzard. I thought this was a joke when it was announced, but nope. Halo has a cookbook now great. The final boss of Halo Infinite had a very inconsistent checkpoint system. Specifically, when I played it on Legendary, it was so infuriating. Fighting that fucking brute chieftain over and over and over again. Even after I killed him, I did not get a checkpoint for about an hour until I finally did. I was more relieved that I got the checkpoint more than I beat the final boss. I've been talking too much. I'm gonna let the Ackman take this one.
Noticed the same things I did. That there is an overabundance of the chief and the weapon in a dark room type of scenes. In fact, there's so many, I'm gonna put each one up on screen for you. This is exhausting to look at.
What are they doing? What? I said, what are they doing now? God damn, I'm getting so sick of answering that question. You have fucking rifle, I can't see shit. Don't bitch at me because I'm not going to just sit up here and play with my dick. Okay, look. They're just standing there and talking, okay? That's all they're doing. That's all they ever do is just stand there and talk. That's what they were doing last week. That's what they were doing when you asked me 5 minutes ago. So 5 minutes from now, when you ask me, what are they doing, my answer is going to be, they're still just talking, and they're still just standing there. What are they talking about? You know what? I fucking hate you.
There's a whole lot of really awkward pauses in Halo 5.
What do you think that's about?
And then later on, when Spartan Locke tries to arrest them, Blue Team just sits there awkwardly and doesn't try to reach for their weapons. And then Locke just says,
"Stay where you are."
And then after, some giant-ass Guardian appears, and then Fred asks a very genuine question, and Chief just says nothing.
Cortana up to, Chief. Why'd she bring us here?
And of course, we can't forget this ending cutscene.
It took you long enough?
Talking about this cutscene again, Blue Team does jack shit while Osiris is trying to arrest them. And Chief just steps in here like, ha ha ha, hello, and does absolutely nothing. They don't react. They don't do anything. They just sit there and let them point their guns at them. They are Spartans. They are Spartan 2s. What are they doing? In most cutscenes in Halo 5, characters can't let go of their goddamn weapons. Sometimes it's a bit more dramatic to have them without their weapons because then they're defenseless. Sometimes it's not even necessary. And all the time, it's annoying. I'm sorry. It might just be me. Chief's way of going rogue is summarized in 6 words.
You're to return to infinity immediately.
Negative infinity. I don't like it.
Yep, that's it. That's the explanation we get. Halo Infinite cutscenes are, I'll be honest, not as thrilling as I had hoped. I mean, I like it. I like the God of War style kind of cutscenes, but they tried to be God of War, which is stupid. Alright, you all saw this coming. Let's talk about this cutscene. Alright, first off, it's horribly choreographed. The punches and the swings and kicks are extremely slow and stupid. These are Spartans. Master Chief is a Spartan 2, Spartan Locke is a Spartan 4. We should be seeing these guys clash, go at it, super fast. But this slow-ass combat is just terrible to witness. On top of that, when Chief finally gets the upper hand, Osiris just sits there and does nothing. They got their foots up their asses while their leader gets their ass kicked. What the fuck? This starting cutscene means nothing in Halo 4. This starting cutscene also means nothing in Halo 5. This Sangheili Julam is a terrible leader of the Covenant. We've reached the checkpoint, everybody. 100! Woo! Alright, celebration's over. Let's continue. His bodyguards suck ass. This guy right here just fucking drops his weapon as he shoots him. You have full shields, bro. Charge her. I'm so glad they killed him off. There is so much information in this cutscene with the librarian that I had to look over it like 4 to 5 times just to understand what the hell is going on.
Jesus.
This stupid ass cliffhanger has no payoff.
It took you long enough.
Number 80. The Didact uses the composer to hit Arizona as his first target. What the hell, man? That's where I live. I can't find the clip, but I'm just gonna repeat what he said. I'm a Spartan. You're a Spartan. Let's go play multiplayer. Halo Infinite took 6 years to develop. And for what? Desync in multiplayer was a huge issue for a long time, up until a recent patch as of the time of this recording. There are no drones or buggers in 343's Halo games. At least we get these though, guys. There's also no dual wielding in 343's games. It took over a year just to add the DMR. Oh, sorry, the Bandit. Like, come on, really? There were several content droughts throughout Halo Infinite's development that a lot of us just got tired and just were waiting for a very long time, bringing back the Didact in a comic, only to kill him off again in another comic. I don't know if it was Microsoft or 343, but they shut down Halo El Dorado, the Russian site for Halo Master Chief Collection, I think. Emblems used to be made like this, but now we have to pay, so fuck you. 343 hired people who hated Halo. Go fuck yourself. 343 removed the Marty O'Donnell Easter egg and replaced it with Frank O'Connor in the Master Chief Collection. There's no good explanation of who the Endless are or why they exist. Which at the time, it was interesting. These people were locked away for a long time and now they're back to rule the universe. And then she just dies. Oh well, at least we'll get to figure out in the DLC. Oh wait. Am I the only one that seems to be annoyed that Escharum seems to have a hard-on for an honorable fight? Every single time you encounter this guy, he's always taunting you, wants to fight you, is like so pumped up to kick your ass.
Set a fire in your heart, Spartan. Bare your fangs. Fight hard. Die well.
And then he dies. And then says,
Tell them I died well.
Also, where did he come from? There are so many times where you're talking to Escharum through a hologram and it's not genuine. I want to meet this guy face to face. I want to see what he can actually do up until the final boss. Repetitive map design in the Halo Infinite campaign missions. The false marketing campaign for Halo 5. Holy shit. Okay, I need to talk about this. I was so hyped for Halo 5 to come out. I was like, holy shit. Master Chief's got a cracked visor. He's announced dead. Holy crap, this guy's gonna die. Spartan Locke's gonna kill him. No, wait, Master Chief's gonna kill him? Like, what the heck's going on? I was so excited. I was pumped. And none of this shit is in the game. More like hunt the lies, am I right? That joke has been made way too many times. Fire the machine gun at Master Chief, kill him.
Focus fire.
Halo 5's Forge was delayed 9 months after launch. There is hardly any mention of the Flood in 343's games due to the T rating in their games. Halo Infinite went free to play, which on paper sounded pretty nice, but had a horrible execution. They put Master Chief in Fortnite. Okay, well, honestly, for how much shit I give Fortnite, it's actually pretty cool. The Falcon can be salvaged in Halo Infinite's files. It's pretty much functional. Give us the Falcon, please! Almost 2 long years until Firefight is finally arriving Halo Infinite. Are you kidding me? Do my eyes deceive me? Match XP? Oh! Halo Infinite's Forge was also delayed for a very long time. I mean, yeah, it's incredible, but come on, man. 343 does not know how to operate a live service game. They are terrible at it. Delay after delay, cancellation after cancellation. You guys are fucking it up. I was never a fan of the Promethean weapons. They look dumb. Same thing with the Promethean enemies. They don't look interesting. The Fracture events were never interesting enough for me to be pulled back in. I mean, this is kind of funny though. Over half of the items that you get in the Fracture events are useless, just XP boosts and challenge swaps. It was a waste of my time. The Fracture event brought the Fiesta game mode to the playlist, but then removed others due to the UI limitation. Guilty Spark was brought back in the Point of Light novel, I believe it's called. I have no idea what happened. I can't remember the source, but the gun jamming bug in Halo Infinite was apparently a feature brought in to discourage cheaters. When Halo MCC was released to PC, this ridiculous bug appeared. If you just straight up shoot the floor, you'll kill anything. A good chunk of Halo 5's campaign were these useless gun down missions. I mean, at least we get this funny guy.
Okay, I guess. Worked for a Jewel and Dama mostly, but he was a jerk. Almost got us all killed, and then he didn't, and that was okay too, I guess. I mean, not dead's better than dead, right? Just ask my buddy Plorp. He's dead, and he doesn't like it. At least he doesn't say he likes it. Anyhow, whole time I knew the didact, he said like 3 words. 3. He said, I can't be composed. I wonder if he wanted that for himself and was afraid. I hope he found a way to be that, and also not afraid. You know, I was afraid they'd find out that I shooted Plorp, but I blamed it on the green demon guy. You actually blame a lot of things on him. You ever do that? That guy was the best. You could shoot him, and he never fell over. Not like Plorp.
The gravity hammer lost a lot of its fun physics in Halo Infinite. In Halo 3, you could play Jenga, fly vehicles all over the map. It was so much fun. The grapple shot. Honestly, I'm not a fan. I mean, I liked it in Titanfall and other games, but Halo, no, I don't like it. Where is Griffball? Next to Infection, Griffball is one of the most popular game modes. What the fuck? I mean, yes, it is a Forge playlist now, but come on, dude. 343 needs to make these game modes themselves, not the community. The initial campaign gameplay trailer. Oh my god, oh, it's so ugly. It's so ugly. The texture pop-ins, the graphics. Get it off. Hashtag Fire343. The day that everyone knew that 343 is a absolute fucking joke. The entire internet was on their ass for weeks on end. It was so sad. Halo 5's campaign is so confusing. Who is Osiris Team? Why is Buck suddenly a Spartan? Why is Halsey suddenly losing an arm? Who is Blue Team? Why are they here? Where have they been? Cortana's alive? This stupid fight scene. Who the heck is Roland? I don't even know who this guy is, just some random yellow AI. Arbit is back for some reason. And this stupid ass cliffhanger. I hate it. I hate it all. The Helios Squirrel armor was added to the rec packs for anybody to purchase. Are you kidding me? I earned that. I played through every single Halo game on Legendary to earn it. And then you just give it away? Come on, man. There was a hiring freeze at 343 for a long time, which halted the development for some time. Hit markers don't belong in Halo. I said it. I said it. Fight me. I don't care. Hit markers are stupid. They're just a monkey brain sign that tells you that you gotta hit. I don't like it. I never followed the Hunt the Truth campaign during Halo 5's marketing campaign, which in hindsight, I'm glad I didn't, because I would have been even more pissed that none of this was in the game. There's no Hornet in Halo Infinite. Like, come on, dude. Much like the Falcon, it's a multi-person vehicle. Multi-person vehicles are what makes Halo fun. Things like the Ghost and the Banshee, I forgot what it's called, the Wasp. Yeah, the Wasp. Dude, they're single-person vehicles. They discourage teamwork. I want to be a team when I'm playing Halo multiplayer. I want the Hornet. Please put it in the game. I found out why Halsey's missing an arm. Palmer shot her ass. Another reason to hate her. Fuck. Halo MCC was broken for 4 straight years.
Exactly as it shipped 10 years ago.
Exactly.
Halo 4's Infection was fun, but the game mode itself couldn't be altered to make a unique twist on the infection type, because the infectees were permanently locked to have this weird-ass infection arm. Hey Chief, who are you talking to? Infinity Con. There were tons of invisible walls in Halo 5's campaign, preventing you from exploring the area. You could have found skulls in different spots and secret areas, you could have found Easter eggs. Missed opportunity, man. Once again, over a year for them to add a game mode like Infection. Is it really that hard to program? You have 2 teams. One player kills another player, that player joins your team. It's that simple. To celebrate Juneteenth, 343 released this emblem, which, if you can tell, upset quite a few people. You want to know what this word means? It's that. Yeah, you fucked up.
We made a fucking lucky.
Jackals speak English?
Get away! Make it stop!
Well, they sound stupid. The voice actor announcer for the Halo's multiplayer, Jeff Steitzer, was basically sidelined in Halo 5's and Halo Infinite's multiplayer in favor of Spartan Palmer and those weird-ass AIs.
That was sus. Mommy milkers.
For those who were fans of Jewel and Dama, were disappointed that they just killed them off in the first level. For how much I dislike the Halo Infinite campaign, there is one character that I absolutely love. Yeager or Domnai. Or Domnai? I forgot how to pronounce his name. He was so badass. His intro scene in his boss fight was so cool. I want more of this guy. I'm pretty sure he's still alive after you technically killed him, since his body just cloaked. I want more of this guy. He was awesome. Spartans apparently got the Jackoff 9000 in their suits? Shoot, give me one of those, please. Bring back Sergeant Johnson, or at least a character like Sergeant Johnson. Dude, he was the comic relief of the entire game. He was the badass that brought in fucking tanks. He gave badass one-liners.
Dear humanity, we regret being alien bastards. We regret coming to Earth. And we most definitely regret the Corps just blew up our raggedy-ass fleet. Hoorah! We're going in. Get tactical, Marines!
Johnson was a big reason why a lot of people liked Halo 2 and 3. Johnson was an amazing character, and when he died, it felt impactful. But now I want him back, please, because there's no other character that's like him, and we need good characters. Please bring him back, please. The Kraken fight in Halo 5 wasn't as fun as the Scarabs in Halo 3. A good try, though. Not really. Did I mention the awful live service yet? Well, they're getting another point, because fuck them. Halo Infinite's game mode Last Spartan Standing was removed shortly after release because there were too few people playing it. I mean, yeah, you wouldn't want to play solo when I have 4 other friends that want to play? Like, what the fuck? It was a terrible game mode from the start. There is no Scarab type level in Halo Infinite. At least they tried with Halo 5. That didn't really go well. Until recently, if you wanted to replay a mission in Halo Infinite, you had to replay the entire fucking campaign.
Simple matter of the fact is, if you want to replay a particular mission, you've got to replay the full campaign. It's not like you can go back and select it.
There was no reward for beating Halo Infinite on Legendary. That was my first playthrough. I intended to play Halo Infinite's campaign on Legendary the first time. I mean, it fucking sucked, but I expected a reward. I don't care about the Legendary cutscenes. They're a given. They have been required since the first Halo game. I'm talking about a reward, a badass looking armor core, a visor, an emblem, something. One character that pretty much everybody universally likes is Lasky, but he was nowhere to be found in Halo Infinite. Where did he go? Did he die? We have no fucking idea. Okay, this isn't exactly 343's fault, but the layoffs were a big impact on Halo Infinite's development, so there were no campaign leaderboards in Halo 5 for a long time. Here's every major developer that left 343. We kind of skipped over, but hey, 208! Alright, you know the drill, let's go. For how stupid they wrote Spartan Locke, I actually like him as a character. He's a Spartan that hunts down other Spartans. That's pretty cool. But it's a shame that they killed him off in Halo Infinite, apparently. Again, for as much as I like the character, you still played as him for half or more of Halo 5, which I didn't like. The game is about Master Chief, not Locke. Don't try to replace him. Many of Halo Infinite's maps were very cramped and were very infantry focused, and I didn't like it. The term humanizing the Master Chief was thrown around a lot during Halo 4, and apart from Master Chief and Cortana, the storyline, I didn't really like. Making multiplayer canon was a dumb decision to get players interested into the story, but it wasn't interesting at all. Obviously, 343 has a poor history with management.
for sure. Cons: unqualified leadership. Upper management has little to no idea how a game is made. They are there because they know how to play the corporate game. Well,
shocker.
What else do we got? Hard to advance within the studio. You either hide as a senior or a lead, or you play the corporate game, which is ironic for a studio who constantly celebrates diversity and inclusion. What's diversity if you just want to conform everyone to a corporate model instead of let them do what they do best? Interesting. Little to no accountability. Leadership has no accountability. When they are made bad decisions that cause downstream teams to work long hours, they usually just brush it off with a half-hearted sorry, or worse, find a scapegoat. I mean,
The reward you get in Halo Infinite for getting max rank in Halo 5 is just a stupid armor core that apparently didn't look like how it was advertised. Marines can't drive vehicles in Halo Infinite. That sucks. I was really looking forward to having a Marine drive me around the map. I guess not. Halo 2 Anniversary's multiplayer was just a reskin of Halo 4's engine and just put it into Halo 2. It wasn't like Halo 2 at all. This cutscene looks like it's from Halo 5, right? No, this is actually the first cutscene you see when playing Halo 2 Anniversary. What? This is just an advertisement? This is so confusing to new players. Arbiter even looks different too. 343 tried to add microtransactions into Halo Master Chief Collection. I'm glad that backfired. There's not enough Halo merch on the official website. It's just a bunch of shirts and that damn cookbook and a bunch of cups, and that's pretty much it. If you want really good Halo stuff, you gotta go on Etsy or something. Halo Infinite canceled the multiplayer story shortly after Season 3 released, I think, but to be honest, nobody seemed interested in it, did they? 343's explanation of why Halo's armor changed was nanobots, because of course it was. 343 can't seem to finish their games, huh? Halo 5 was unfinished, and so was Halo Infinite. Not enough Nathan Fillion, or Buck in Halo. I loved him in Halo 3 ODST. He was still a cool character in Halo 5. I want more of him, please. I hate Oddball. Stop giving me Oddball. I don't want to play it. I hate carrying that stupid skull. Much like Blue Team, Fireteam Osiris was a completely unnecessary addition to Halo. I mean, yeah, again, the Buck was cool, but the other team members, I forgot their names, to be honest. I don't know why they were there. Well, I do know why. It was because they were just added to implement this squad-based system. But it was so dumb. Why couldn't you just copy-paste the characters like the other Halo games? I never much cared for the open world. You could have just had all those secret areas in linear paths just like the classic games. Phil Spencer's response to Halo 5 missing split screen is dumb.
What verbal diarrhea just came out of your mouth? Are you f***ing serious? Look at how hard. Look at how hard it was for other Joe to come over. He's not here. What? How are you here?
It took me like a minute.
It took. He's not even here. That's how difficult it was to get one of my friends to come over to my house. What it is, you see what it is Phil Spencer has no friends. And that's what they tell him. And he's like, God, why has nobody come over to my house? It must be because Xbox Live's features are so robust that they would rather interact with me through Xbox Live only. That is it.
HCS removed crowdfunding from the World Prize Pool, screwing over all the pro players. There are no pre-game lobbies in Halo Infinite, much like Halo 3's, where you can just trash talk anybody. Oh, those were the days, weren't they? This one's just absolutely pathetic. The phantom explosions are just a simple plop, and they're gone. Meanwhile, 10 years ago in Halo 3, they explode into a billion pieces. Well, Phil Spencer, guess what? You lost your way with Xbox. This one's just, like, wow.
Future of the Halo series, and Frank O'Connor, the franchise creative director, said that he and his team have likely evaluated tens of thousands of proposals from a plethora of companies asking to work with the Halo IP. The potential partners range from promotional opportunities to novels to screenplays. When Frank O'Connor was asked how they decide what new ideas are okay as 343 tries to grow but also protect the Halo IP, Frank O'Connor's response was, "It's kind of like you know it when you see it." Alright.
There are still no playable elites in 343's games.
One word for you.
For a while, it seemed like every other game was promoting Halo other than Halo itself. Okay, well, I'm not gonna include this one because this is a beautiful recreation of the Believe trailer. I hate Spartan Palmer. She became one of the most hated characters by this one line alone.
I thought you'd be taller.
The flyable pelican glitch was patched out for some reason. It wasn't harming anybody, it was in the campaign. Why'd you patch that? What the fuck? The Promethean enemies were annoying as fuck to fight in Halo 4.
Knights will teleport away to avoid death, or when they'll teleport towards you to provide death. And you can't predict when they'll spawn a turret, more enemies, fire a scatter shot, or an incineration cannon. They've got regenerating shields and are bullet sponges. Having an enemy with such ridiculous strengths that is so well complemented by the Watchers creates gameplay that isn't fun or fair.
343 removed the iconic plasma rifle. What? I mean, let's be fair, Bungie kind of did it first with Reach, but they still had it in the game. 343 just straight up removed it. The plasma pistol in Halo Infinite lost its EMP effect. What the fuck? It's been a staple since Halo 1. Partner AI in Halo 5 are really stupid. The optimization, especially on PC, was so bad. It just kept loading and loading and loading and loading. On the Master Chief Collection, the hit registration was straight up dog shit. It was blatantly unfair. There was a bug that allowed vehicles to drive themselves. What? The only form of progression in Halo Infinite was just a battle pass. There was absolutely zero other way you could gain experience or level up in some kind. There was not even a bare bones progression system like in every single other multiplayer game that exists. Every time you finish a match, it just kicks you straight to the lobby by yourself. The rarities in Halo Infinite mean absolutely nothing. You don't earn them through like loot boxes or something, which is probably what they intended to do, but they scrapped that when they saw the backlash from like Star Wars Battlefront 2 or something. The Halo Reddit was locked down for a while during the Fire 343 trend. Okay, it's probably just me, but I have a problem with the reload sound effects in Halo Infinite. The guns, when they fire, they sound great, but when they reload, they sound like toys. Also, whenever you fire the skewer, it sounds like someone saying, "You're gay." Why did you have to redesign the rocket launcher to look so generic? It looks so beautiful, why'd you change it? If anybody wants to know who Roland is, you gotta read the comics. Woohoo! Halo Infinite was supposed to release in 2020. What? You're telling me this was supposed to release then? Imagine if that was the case. We would have had a terrible release, much worse than even Cyberpunk. The Halo 5's rec system were essentially loot boxes. On top of that, the rec system trailer straight up mocked players who had genuine concerns about the gameplay. Oh, fuck yourself.
Delivery device.
Get the fuck out of my...
Won't wreck packs with special weapons break the exquisitely refined balance of arena multiplayer? Secure your noise hole, soldier. Grown-ups are talking. Damn it.
Shut the fuck up! The grown-ups are talking! If you don't like the system, you're not a grown-up!
It takes way too damn long to sell your recs in Halo 5.
There's a video on YouTube of a guy selling 130 carbines. Do you know how long it took him? 16 minutes! 16 fucking minutes to sell carbines! Are you insane, 343? What made you think this was a good idea? Why didn't you implement a counter of some kind?
This cutscene in Halo 4 essentially retcons the way Master Chief acquires Cortana. The initial cutscene in Halo 4 retcons the art style. Elites always looked like this. Spartans always looked like this. What?
They put the Master Chief in the shoulder.
Halo 5 and Halo Infinite had skill-based matchmaking even in the most casual playlists. It sucked. Skill-based matchmaking is a widely disliked feature pretty much everywhere. Spartan Assault would have been cool if it wasn't for a mobile game. I have a question for you. Do you remember a single memorable soundtrack in any of 343's Halo games? I can't either. Still no campaign split screen, fuck you. Many glitches that speedrunners would use in campaign are now gone. What the fuck?
The flyable pelican glitch and also the fusion core glitch in particular were like key to speedruns, and you can't do them anymore unless you use a pre-patched version of the game on Steam offline, which means that to speedrun Infinite now, you literally have to do it on Steam. You can't do it on Xbox, and you can't do it on the Microsoft Store. You can only do it on Steam.
Where is the sexy Spartan ass? I will never forgive them for this. Skill jumps in Halo Infinite's multiplayer were removed for a while. Why?
So you're probably going to ask, Remy, what broke this time? And 343 removed Stockpile from Big Team Battle. I kinda like that mode, but apparently people don't, so 343 tried to remove it, and then about 2 hours later it was added back. Why? Well, no explanation was given, but I suspect when they removed the game mode from the game, the whole Big Team Battle playlist kept on choosing that game mode, and whenever it came up, it would crash the entire lobby. When 343 removed the game mode, it was still in the hopper, and the hopper is what actually picks the game mode and map, and when nothing was there, it would just crash the lobby. With the update they made, they completely broke all of the ranking system. So now when you win a game, you get no CSR, but when you lose 50. And it gets worse, but a lot of the community maps, when you walk over stairs, you desync, actually phase into the stairs. This got me killed more times than I can count, and for some reason, other parts of the map seem to be good, but stairs are a huge issue.
Why would you remove the classic shotgun? It was a perfect weapon. You also removed the Spartan laser, which is an iconic weapon in Halo.
We are a very competitive game. That's our DNA. That's who we are, right? You go back all the way to the very first Halo, right? Multiplayer. I mean, it is a highly competitive game.
You serious?
The stupid speed lines you get when sprinting or moving fast, I never liked. I turned them off so quickly. They're just like some anime-looking animation. This attempt at a squad system was very inconsistent. I would play with my friends and I wouldn't have them on my quote-unquote squad. Do you remember the day that Splitgate took all the Halo content creators for a day? That was pretty fucking funny. The notorious Seeker helmet is disgusting. When playing the stockpile game mode in Halo Infinite, it was very common to have this glitch with all the seeds in the ceiling, and you couldn't just wait. Everybody had to leave the game because you couldn't finish it. It took 9 months for Halo 5 to add campaign scoring. Seriously? Season 1 of Halo Infinite lasted 6 months, and then Season 2 lasted 10. What the fuck, dude? Not to mention that this roadmap reveal was absolutely pathetic. Not that I would have bought them, but there were so many fucking repeats in the shop in Halo Infinite. There were so many bugs in the shop too, like I needed a core for an item that didn't exist. The daily store items were removed for a long time because there were just so many goddamn repeats. Halo Infinite had a piss poor effort during Christmas. It was just an armor coating and that was it. For a time they cut the prices in half and then they were slowly rising. Halo Infinite's new quote slip space engine isn't new. It's just an upgraded version of the Blam engine that they've been using since 2004. And now they're ditching it for the Unreal, which is a good option.
From what it looks like at 343, there was one side that wanted to keep working with slip space and build on that, whereas the other side wanted to completely go all in on Unreal, and the Unreal side has won. It seems like a full fresh reset over at 343 Industries, something the community and the wider gaming scene has been asking for a while. This means that all new games will be on Unreal Engine.
Last time I checked, Halo Infinite's theater is straight up broken, and it is still broken to this day, I'm pretty sure. I hate this boss, Tremonius. I hate him so much. On Legendary, he was terrible. I hated him. I wanted to strangle him. The equipment in Halo Infinite is so lackluster. You got the grapple, the repulsor, and the drop shield, and like a threat sensor. Those aren't interesting. Things like the bubble shield, the trip mine, the grav lift, and the power drain were very cool items that everybody could benefit from, no matter who was using them. Look at this roadmap and tell me that Halo Infinite was supposed to be a 10-year plan. There is no campaign theater in Halo 5. There is no teammate player collision in Halo Infinite. You can't stack on top of each other like you could in the old game. That was really fun. There are no time trials in Halo 5. Dude, Halo 5 is like lacking so much, dude. The tank gun glitch that people use not only for speedrunning, but just to have fun was patched. Like, are you serious? It wasn't harming anybody.
So, the 343 employee Unishek recently just announced that for Season 2 of Halo Infinite, which is coming up relatively soonish, The tank gun glitch in campaign will be fixed.
This stupid ass speech from Tanaka. Oh wait, that's her name?
Come a long way together. A long way yet to go. Let's make a good jump like we mean to. And handle fools like we need to.
Halo Infinite's sniper rifle performs wildly different from every other sniper rifle in Halo.
On a fundamental level, it is the worst Halo sniper rifle that has been in the series. The hit registration just isn't up to par. You need an adequate amount of range so the bullet should land, and it just doesn't. And the inbuilt randomized bloom, even though it should at least do some sort of damage, it just straight up doesn't.
These terminals that brought you to the Halo channel, I never used. It was annoying as fuck for it to bring me to a separate app. Like, why didn't you just have something implemented in the game itself? Tons of the enemies in Halo 4 and 5 have tracking bullets. It's annoying as fuck. We're almost there, fellas. The final 43. This video's been going on for a very long time, but one final effort remains. Let's wrap this up. Halo 5 and Halo Infinite were both rated T for teen, which sucks considering that neither of the games have a mature theme like the other games did. Apparently 343 had no intentions of copying COD. Ordnance drops? That's pretty much a kill streaks. Loadouts? Yeah, that's Call of Duty. Don't forget Sprint, for fuck's sakes. And of course there's kill cams. And then Halo 5 tried to be Titanfall with all this advanced movement shit. The Halo TV show. Oh god, where do I begin? It's terrible. It sucks. It's terrible. We all know it's terrible. Season 1 was terrible. Season 2 was a little better, but holy fucking shit. Master Chief loses his virginity while Cortana watches. What the fuck? That's just so weird. Get rid of them, please. There's such a massive expanded universe for Halo that 343 are refusing to make spin-off games, like an Arbiter spin-off, a Flood horror game spin-off, play as a grunt. That'd be kind of cool. Speaking of grunts, this video of the grunts is super sad. Why'd you make it? I hate it. I don't need to tell you that Halo 5's UI is terrible. Just watch this video. Halo Infinite's UI isn't much better. Ever since 343 took over, we have had 3 brand new vehicle additions. The Mantis, the Wasp, and whatever the fuck this thing is. You know what they all have in common? They are single-use vehicles. I'm pretty sure you've already heard me talk about them. There were hardly any, if at all, vehicle sections in Halo Infinite. Dude, that was the more fun mission types in Halo 3. This Doomsday for vehicles is really stupid looking. It looks like a cartoon. I don't like it. Also, vehicles are just weak as fuck in general. Warzone Firefight in Halo 5 was broken in so many different ways. The admin here alphabetized every single thing that was wrong with it, and which actually inspired me to alphabetize everything wrong with 343, funny enough. The Warden again, the Warden again, the Warden 3 more times. Like fucking 12 in this cutscene, and the Warden in Firefight. There is no news on Halo Wars 3. I loved Halo Wars 2. We need a new one, please. What I didn't love is the Hornet Rush meta. I fucking hate it. The only character carried over from Halo Wars 2 was Aatrox, and even then he was technically killed off. Like, what the fuck? Where's Captain Carter? Where's Anders? Where the fuck was she in that legendary ending? I was never incentivized to complete the weekly challenges. They were just a bunch of fucking armor coatings and stupid weapon charms. By the way, I just hate weapon charms in any game ever. That white stripe on the assault rifle is stupid. I don't like it. It just makes it look ugly. Where is all the wildlife from the Halo Infinite reveal trailer? Dude, there were deers and rhinos and probably a lot more. Where were they? It would have been so much more interesting if we saw wildlife on the ring. In the winter update, the game mode Covert 1 flag was added, which, do you guys remember playing that game mode? Because I don't.
I'm not going to promise anything, because I shouldn't promise.
These guys made it really awkward when they were showcasing the winter update battle pass. The world premiere was just a single map. It looked like fucking Taco Bell. Halo Infinite was left on the box art for the Xbox Series X. During a Halo tournament, they had to use the prototype consoles. You guys didn't just have some in the back? What the fuck? Halo Infinite was made to be played on the Xbox One as well as the Series X. That severely limited the potential of the Xbox Series X. XP boosts didn't work for a while when the progression system was finally added. Okay, one that I've wanted to talk about the entire video. XP Beta. Are you kidding me? Is your game made of that much spaghetti and glue? What the fuck? A YouTuber by the name of PopQ demonstrated how poorly the desync was in the MCC, and 343 employee eventually found it and started laughing at him and mocking him. What the fuck? Dude, you have terrible employees, 343. Fire whoever this guy was, please. Wow. 343. Oh, we're done. We're done. I'm done. Hooray! I can go home. Thank you all for sticking with me to the end. I really appreciate it. Even if you had to segment this into parts, I thank you very, very much.
Bonus round.
Fuck! In no particular order, here are some other reasons that I have found after I completed editing, or stuff that I found during the editing and I just couldn't fit it anywhere because I've already edited everything and it was going to be a really big hassle. Anyway, here we go. I don't like the jerry cans on the back of the new Warthog. It makes the rest of it look stupid. The signature weapon for the brutes, at least one of them, is the Spiker. Why isn't it in Halo Infinite? Also, the fuel rod cannon is not in Halo Infinite. That was a signature weapon of the grunts. The sound effects for the energy sword in 343's games are nothing compared to the sound effects that it was in Halo 2. It sounded perfect. Something that bothered me a lot in the Halo Infinite campaign was there was no large military presence on the ring. You had this massive battle on the UNSC Infinity, and all we got were like 3 or 4 prisoners here and there, dead Spartans. Like, I wanted a massive resistance force fighting back against the Banished. There are no SMGs in Halo Infinite. I really liked dual wielding them, but you know, no dual wielding, so whatever. There are no ODSTs in Halo Infinite. What? They're the most likely soldiers to have survived the UNSC Infinity attack, and there are none to be found. I would have loved a massive ODST force following me on the way to Escharum. The signature weapon of the Jackal snipers, the beam rifle, is not in Halo Infinite. What? This cutscene alone defined what the Master Chief Collection was for 4 years after it launched. It got patched after the 4 years, but still. The Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary graphics didn't line up properly with the classic graphics, so you could straight up walk through walls in the Anniversary graphics when the classic graphics are just a casual area to walk in. How did I miss this? There are no assassinations in Halo Infinite. That was a great addition when Halo Reach came out, and it's nowhere to be found in Halo Infinite. What the fuck? Not exactly 343's fault, but Xbox denied several spin-off games that 343 recommended. There is no Juggernaut game mode in Halo Infinite. That was one of my favorite modes. Okay, I know this vehicle was only in Halo 3, but I want the elephant in Halo Infinite or in any other Halo games. That would be so fun. Imagine a mobile objective. That's pretty cool. I never liked the AI models that you would get in Halo Infinite. I wouldn't even be incentivized to buy the other ones because the rest of them that were free just annoyed the shit out of me. I turned them off so fast. In saving the best for last, this interview with Jeff Steitzer, he described his experience with 343 and how they were going to straight up replace the entire main cast, including himself.
I know for a fact that there was a kind of a push to basically find all new people for the game. They were going to replace us all. And then for one reason or another, that didn't happen.
Okay, now we're finally done. I hope you enjoyed hearing me rant for an hour and 7 minutes and 53 seconds. Whether you watched the whole thing, beginning to end, watched in small increments, or left a dislike, angry comment, and dipped before I could finish my rant, I thank you nonetheless for even considering to even clicking on this video. Now, after all this, you might think I hate 343. Oh yeah, I hate them. I hate them a lot. With every fiber of my being. Every decision they have made has gone from bad to worse. I swear every day there seems to be something new that the company does that pisses people off. How have you not been removed from the Halo IP? Other game companies have been trashed and shut down for even a quarter of the mistakes you make.
You are one of our most treasured instruments. Long have you led your fleet with honor and distinction. But your inability to safeguard Halo was a colossal failure.
It was heresy.
I will continue my campaign.
No, you will not.
What I'm trying to say is, it genuinely pains me to see my favorite franchise be treated so poorly and essentially tossed aside. Like I said at the beginning, Halo was such an important part of my life, and it will forever have a special place in my heart. I made this video not just as a way to express my anger and frustration, but as a sort of therapy for me. All these little things, I admit some were a bit silly and nitpicky, were adding up one by one and were stacking too high for me to see the bigger picture. Halo is here to stay, there's no doubt about it. I just wish that a better studio who has respect for the original games and the source material to live up to them and exceed them, but times have changed. Gone are the days of passion projects that developers put their heart and soul into to make the best video games possible. Which, there are some games like that, don't get me wrong, they're just too few and far between. Nowadays, we have corporate products. Games that need to meet a deadline, no matter how finished the game is. Satisfying the investors and upper management to get a bonus at the end of the fiscal year. But who am I to complain? I'm just your average Bungie fanboy. I want to thank you all for watching till the end. It was actually very fun creating this video. I had a few twists and turns, but all in all, it was a joy to make. I encourage you to share this with your friends and possibly any larger content creators just to get my video recognized and just out there for more people to see. And if any 343 developers watching this, I probably just gave you PTSD. I have some more video ideas planned and I already wrote a script for one of them, so look for more videos of mine in the future. Thank you all again, subscribe if you want, goodbye.